Hey guys, JR Cook here, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 a.m. morning ritual that will change your life. But first, hit subscribe for regular infusions of discipline, decision, and drive into your life. Alright? So let's get started. Now, imagine you're laying in bed, you're asleep, and your alarm goes off, right? It's 5 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark out, your body has not yet adjusted to waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, so you might be feeling a little drowsy at this point, right? Your alarm's going off. Hopefully, you were wise enough to set it on the other side of the room, so you got to get up, you can walk over there, and then you're met with this choice. After you turn it off, you're wondering, what am I going to do? I know that I wanted to wake up at 5 a.m. and do this morning ritual, but the bed's kind of calling me, and why am I really getting up here anyway? Now, this is the moment of truth. This is where your destiny's formed for that morning. So the first thing you need is you need a plan. All right? If you get up at 5 and you don't have a plan, you're going to get back into bed because you've got nothing keeping you up. Okay? It doesn't matter how bad you want it, how many motivational videos you watched the day before, you need to have a plan. All right? And if you stay till the end of this video, I'm going to give you a free little printout thing that you can put on your wall with a plan with all of the stuff that we did here, and it's really customizable too, so you can put like all your own stuff. It's like this. It's actually really awesome. All right, it's really awesome. I could probably sell it for 10 or 20 bucks, but it's free. I don't even ask for your email or anything. Anyway, it's right there. But you got to have a plan, okay? And here's what I suggest. All right, and this is all on that sheet of paper that you can download if you want. But starting off, you got to have something. All right, so place some water right next to your alarm. And if you can put more than one alarm, it's even better. I usually set 2 alarms, okay? Like, I'm pretty disciplined. I don't even really feel tired when I wake up now. But set 2 alarms, especially when you're starting out, maybe 3 alarms, okay? So I set my iPhone and I set my tablet, okay? Both of them go off in the morning. I walk up, I turn it off, I drink a glass of water. Now, the water is going to wake me up and it's going to hydrate me for what I do next, okay? I take a glass of water and I take some supplements. I take some CoQ10, which improves my energy production for the day, and I take some fish oil, which improves my cognitive abilities, and I take some lion's mane mushroom mixed with alpha GPC, which are 2 nootropics, and that actually helps stimulate my brain and also regenerates brain cells that were lost when I used to party as a kid in high school. Okay, but the main thing is it gets my brain stimulated and it gets me thinking clearly, right? Because you wake up in the morning, I'm a little drowsy sometimes, especially if I didn't get to bed at a decent hour. Like, I try and get 6 to 7 hours every night, but sometimes things happen and I'm up until midnight or 1. But that doesn't change the fact that I got to wake up at 5 a.m., right? Because if I don't wake up at 5, then I don't get my morning routine in. And if I don't get my morning routine in, then I don't have the momentum to take me into the rest of my day. And if I don't have that momentum, if I don't have that discipline, decision, and drive operating at full force, then I'm not going to be as successful that day as I need to be. And I have big dreams, big goals, and big outcomes that I'm after. And I know the price of admission is waking up at 5 a.m. and taking care of business, all right? So what do I do after I take the supplements? The next thing that I do is I exercise. I bust open my iPhone or my tablet. There's an app there that you can download that's called Home Workout. That's the one I do. If you have a gym at your house or you have a gym at your apartment complex, or whatever you want to do, if you want to do push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups or whatever, you have a kettlebell or something like that, the main thing is that you move and you move until you sweat. All right, I prefer just to do the home workout app because I don't have to think about it, right? It's got like this custom workout that I do every day. I think it cost me like $3 to take the ads off of it, right? And and it just gives me that, and there are a ton of them on the App Store. So you can just find one and use it in the morning, but have it already ready, right? You don't want to wake up and it's like 5:05 a.m. You just drank some water and you're like, I doubt that most people probably have the supplements that I have. These are things that you might want to check out though. They will change your life substantially and dramatically, right? But So you're waking up, you drank your water, and then you're trying to find like an app to download. No, you have to set yourself up for success with this 5 a.m. thing, especially until your body gets used to waking up at 5. Once it's used to waking up at 5 and you've been doing this for, I don't know, 2, 3 months, like you start just feeling like, I mean, you'll wake up a few minutes before your alarm even goes off, right? But then you move, and you move until you sweat, all right? And then after that, you clean off in the shower. Now, I take a cold shower. I don't know how hardcore you are, but there's a reason behind taking a cold shower, which it disciplines the body, right? It submits the body to your will, and there's a lot of there's a lot of data that I've taken, with days that I take a cold shower and when I don't, with my ability to focus and be productive and do the things that I might not feel like doing, but I'm able to push myself to achieve them by simply taking a cold shower in the morning. And it sounds crazy, and you might believe in it, you might not, you might want to watch some YouTube videos on it, but I swear by it, and a lot of people swear by it, all right? But if you don't want to take a cold shower, then just take a regular shower, get yourself all cleaned up, get yourself looking good, get your hair slicked back. Well, I slick my hair back, but however you like to do your hairstyle that makes you feel the most confident and powerful, all right? Because how you look and how you present yourself, and it is how you feel, right? And you have to feel confident in order to be successful throughout your day, okay? And so once you're all cleaned up, once you're all feeling good about yourself, looking good, looking sharp, feeling sharp because you exercised, you have plenty of oxygen and blood going to your brain, your body's feeling good, you've already improved yourself, now it's time to journal and plan, all right? Journal and plan. Now, I did a short journaling and planning video the other day. The link's down in the description. You can click there. I've got a free template with that one too. With all my templates, I'm not asking you for an email or anything, so I'm not trying to sell you anything, I promise. These are just things that I just made for you guys, because I want to deliver the value from the videos. I want people to basically be able to watch my videos and easily extract the information and implant it into their lives, right? Because I make these videos not for money, but for the ability to share what I know, right? Because these are the strategies that have changed my life, and I want them to change yours as well, okay? And so, journaling and planning, all right? So you go through a process. I start off with getting into a great frame of mind, all right? And I do that with gratitude, and I do that with 3 questions. I ask myself, what are 3 things that I'm grateful for right now, and why am I grateful for them, all right? Now, both of those elements are important, right? And so one can be, I'm grateful for my health. One can be, I'm grateful for, I might have just gotten a lot of money in the other day or something. I'm grateful for that. Another one might be, I'm grateful for my family. That might be your husband, that might be your wife, that might be your father, mother, child, whatever it is. Just choose 3 things that you're grateful for, and it should be 3 things different than you were grateful for the day before, okay? And once you have those, why am I grateful for each of these 3 things? Now, this is where the juice comes in. This is where you start to feel really good and happy about what it is that you have, all right? And you think about, why am I grateful for this? Why am I grateful for this money? Well, I can use it to, improve X, Y, Z, whatever it is for you, all right? But the gratefulness, that's where you start with the journal. Second thing is, what am I excited about right now? What am I excited about? What am I looking forward to? What am I hopeful for right now in my life? What is around the bend that I can look forward to, or something that I'm going to do? I'm going to have this meeting, some opportunity that's come up. Start looking into the future a little bit, okay? And then once you have that down, then you can move into the next step, which is planning. All right, so depending on what it is for you. I like to have 3 to 5 things that I want to achieve that day. I'm like, what are 3 to 5 things that I can do today that will move the goalpost closer to my goals? Okay. Now, if you don't have your goals written out, then this is a bit of a challenge, right? So you need to do a goal setting workshop, and I'm taking a mental note right now. I'm about to make a goal setting workshop video because I need that for my audience, right? So I can Once I do that, I'll have the link down in the description. Maybe by when you watch it, I mean, unless you watch it in the next few days, it might not be there yet. But if you're watching this, weeks or months away, I'll have the goal setting workshop link in the description. All right. If not, look up Tony Robbins' goal setting workshop. He has a pretty good one. Of course, I think that mine's going to be better, but I might be a little biased with that, right? So, by the way, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit subscribe. That way you can get the goal setting workshop when it comes out. All right. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, I would appreciate you hitting the thumbs up button, because it helps me to get these videos to more people, because the more thumbs up I get basically and the more comments down below, the more people YouTube's going to show this video to. All right. And so after you have the 3 to 5 things that I can do today that will move me closer to my goals, and then after that you write the things that this will achieve. So, all right, so if I get all these things done, what will that mean for my life? How is that going to make me feel? If I don't get them done, what is the negative effect that that's going to have on my life? And it might sound really elementary. We don't want to look at ourselves like just these animal creatures that are so easy to manipulate and control, but we kind of have to manipulate and control ourselves, or at least aim ourselves, right? Aim our emotions in the morning and be like, oh man, this is going to suck if I don't get this done today. And this is going to be awesome if I do get it done today. And if we look at both of those things, then it's good. And then after we do that, then it's like, what's the most important thing for me to do today, period. All right. Now, if you have time to do that immediately after the journal, then do it. All right. But after the journal, that's it. You're good. You're good. You have the journal done. You have all of that. You can put it into your calendar if you want to put it into your calendar. But that's you've already loaded the gun. You've already cocked the gun at that point. And now it's time. You're aimed, right? You're aimed at the end of the journal, and then you can fire it. Okay. And you should have a much more amazing day. All right. This is the morning ritual that I do every day at 5 a.m. I have mine a little bit different. Like I actually do the gratitude and stuff during my walk. You can watch my video. I have another link down in the description of how to wake up early and feel motivated all day. It might even be in the sidebar over next to me, automatically recommended by YouTube. But if you want the template, right, which is a piece of paper that I designed that you can print out, put on your wall. I have a few things that you want to fill out and personalize for you, but it's a reminder that goes on the wall. It's step by step what you should be doing in the morning, because trust me, sometimes it's hard to think in the morning before these things become a habit. And then you can put your different goals that you want to achieve. And it also has a scoring card at the bottom, right? So how many of these different elements did you do every day? And then at the end of the week, you can score yourself, right? And so it has different grades, right? So if you get, a certain number or above, you pass. If you get like a certain number or above, you get excellent. Or if you fail, then it's below a certain percentage of the activities on the days, right? And then the same thing's true with like needle pushers through the week. So I've got it set for 4 game-changing like needle pushers. And what I mean by needle pushers, that's kind of a funny word, but by needle pushers, I mean things that produce measurable results, right? I like to set 4 things per week that will propel my life and my business forward, and they're measurable, and these are things that I'm just like, yeah, that would be cool when I get this done this week. If I can get it done this week, I will feel great about this week. All right. And so I set 4 things per week that I want to achieve. I put that on the worksheet as well. All right. And so this has been Jaron Cook. Make sure that you hit subscribe and leave comments down below. If you have any questions about the worksheet, leave comments down below. If you have any questions about anything having to do with the 5 a.m. morning ritual, or if you have any suggestions of things that you do at 5 a.m. That help you out, I would love to hear that too. All right. The last thing I'll say is about sleep. All right. This is just, I'm feeling inspired about it right now. Now, sleep is different for everyone. Try and get the same amount of sleep every night, and you will feel great at 5 a.m. It really doesn't matter how much you sleep. Wow, that's a crazy thing to say, but I feel best between 6 and 7 hours, right? But I can live on 4 to 5 hours if I'm in the middle of something crazy. All right, so if I'm in the middle of like a crazy project for 4 or 5 months, I can live on 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Now, I don't like to, all right, because I want to look good into my old age, right? And so I don't want to tear down my body. So 6 to 7 hours for me, like I wake up, as long as I am consistent with that and not sporadic. So it's not like falling asleep at 2 a.m. one day, falling asleep at 9 p.m. The next day, falling asleep at 11 p.m. the next day. Now, if I can go to sleep at 10 or 11 every night and wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, my body's able to adjust to that pretty well. Okay, and so that's what I suggest with you is just try and be as consistent as possible. Set yourself a bedtime. Set yourself you might set an alarm on your phone that says, all right, it's time for my wind down. It's time for my wind down. And for my wind down, by the way, this is about a 5 a.m. morning ritual. But for evening time, a couple things that I suggest in your wind down in your last hour, half hour is just read a little bit and then write a little bit. Just write a couple of things you learned in the day, and then you can expand on that and write as much as you want. I'm not trying to limit you here, but read something, just something light, just to kind of cool down your brain. That way you're able to fall asleep much easier. And if you're stressed about anything, make sure that you write about that. It'll get it out of your head, and you'll probably find some kind of solution when you're writing too. I find that that's true. Like I always feel better after I write about something because getting it out on paper makes me see it a different way and usually helps me come up with a solution to it right there off the bat. I'm like, well, what can I do about this right now? And if I can't do anything, well, it doesn't do any good to stress about it. But there's usually something. I'm like, all right, well, I can do that. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's all I can do, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and so that's some good, foresight exercises. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If I've earned your subscription, go ahead and hit subscribe now. I appreciate you watching, and this has been J.R. Cook, and I'll see you next time.